Hello folks, well welcome back. This next item that we're going to be looking at is called portable PA speaker made by JBL, which is pretty much well known in the speaker world. This is a speaker that you've probably seen in a lot of club bands when you look at the stage, or sometimes they use them as monitors on the floor, but they're pretty popular with smaller bands that usually play clubs or small engagements. This happens to be the JRX212 series, and this particular model is the JBL JRX212. Now this is a passive speaker, meaning that it's not, it doesn't have a built-in preamp or amplifier in it. So you need to connect this to an amplifier, and then from the amplifier it connects out to these speakers. If it had an amplifier in the speaker, it would be an active which it has the power built in, but since this is not an active speaker, it's a passive speaker because it doesn't have the power built in. This is a pretty good system. It's not too big, these speakers, and that's why I got these speakers, because you can get them 15-inch and 18-inch. You can get them with two 12-inch speakers, one 12-inch speaker. You know, I got the 112 and the one horn speaker. So 12-inch woofer delivers, you know, kind of bassy mid-range lows. It doesn't get the sub sounds, but that's not what they're made for. And then the horn, of course, deliver your highs. And it's a pretty good and efficient speaker. Like I said, it's a 12-inch speaker for the bass end or the low frequency driver, and then it's got a 1-inch polymer diaphragm compression driver for the top end, or for the tweeter part of it. It's pretty good as far as getting an overall sound. It's kind of has a crossover inside, so it kind of automatically filters your frequencies out as far as your lows and your highs, which make it easy to work with. I mean, and it's a pretty cool enclosure, because you can use these either for the front of house or main speakers in front of the stage, or you can use them as monitors for your singers, because if you look at it, it's not perfectly square. It's kind of like got your regular like that. You have two angles, one angle and one angle here. It's got your little flat space here, and then of course here's the front with the grill. So it's pretty good because it's got a very cool use features in it. It's got a hole on the bottom of the speaker, so you can mount it on a stand, as you can see that I have here. I have it mounted on a stand right there, and that's a pretty cool feature. You don't have to put them on the floor. You can put them on these stands, and you can look these stands up. They're pretty popular. They're you know, they're pretty standard equipment on the internet these days, and you'll probably find some reviews on these floor stands for speakers. So that's pretty cool about those things. Like I said, you can use them for monitors or on a stand like it is here. And it's got the front grille. It's pretty cool. It's black, you know, and it's got your JBL logo on the bottom there. There's no mistaking on what it is. And the grille is you know, black, and it's kind of metal, and it looks really cool. They did a really good job of really making this thing look nice. It handles 250 watts to 1,000 watt peak power capacity. So it's 250 watts power rating and 1,000 watts week peak. So it's pretty cool. Is for its size, it delivers, and it's not light, but it's not heavy. It weighs 43 pounds, which is one of the main reasons I chose it, because if you get the 15-inch speaker, it weighs considerably more. So that's what makes this nice. And like I said, it's got the 12-inch speaker and the high-end driver on top, and it's got crossover is built in. And what's cool about it is that they've actually made a pretty nice crossover in this thing, so it filters out the highs and lows really nice, and it separates them really nicely, and it makes the speaker sound really nice and clean. Now this particular speaker, it's got inputs on it. Like I said, it's not powered, so it's just got speaker inputs. It has a 1/4 inch input for a 1/4 inch speaker wire, and it also has a speak-on input, and they're located on the top of the speaker here. So let me see if I could angle this down, or actually take the camera over there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the inputs here. So let's see if I could get this to work. And we'll look at the top of the speaker here. There you go. So that's the top of the speaker. And as you can see, it's got two inputs on here. There's the 1/4 inch jack I was telling you about. And then over here on this other side, you got the speak-on jack. And that's another kind of connector. So which is pretty common nowadays. This speak-on jack is the newer kind. This 1/4 inch is the older kind. You know, it's been around forever. So if you have a regular 1/4 inch phono speaker, you can speaker wire, you can put it in here, or if you have the newer ones, you can put it here, the speak-on, and they're parallel, so you could use either or. And so what I do a lot of times when I run these speakers parallel, I use I'll use a 1/4 inch out, and if the other end is a speak-on, I could still use it on the other end, on the other speaker, because they both are identical with the connectors. So you can use either or, which is what's really cool about these speakers. So they have the old school technology in there as well as the new style. So that's a really cool feature in these speakers. So again, these are the JBL 200 series. They're not new, but they're not old. You can still get them. I found these particular on the internet, but you can get them at definitely you can get these at your regular music store. And like I said, these are the JBL JRX212 series, and this particular model here is the JBL JRX212 or 212 or 212, JBL JRX212. Again, a nice overall PA speaker for your band or any kind of vocal or speaker sound. Thank you very much.